It's a short trip across town, and before we know it, we're standing outside Ghost Monsters HQ, a rundown warehouse in the bad side of town. A wooden sign, long since fallen off the side of the building, identifies it as belonging to Nostalgia Commodities, Inc. Just keeping an eye on time here. Alrighty. Spoopy. I wonder how many scary ghosts haunt this place. Traditionally, it's 13, right? Does that include the ghost monsters? Oh yeah, I forgot about them. So, okay, 18 total. That's too many ghosts for my liking. Can you think of a better place for a street gang to lay low? Odds are Deco owns this building anyway. Correct. Nostalgia Commodities is a wholly owned subsidiary of Deco's Palace LLC. Another obstacle in our path. Well, it's one more thing binding Sue to Deco. Don't give up yet, Augie. I am right beside you. I am not going anywhere. Although, I'll leave you to do the speaking. You're much better at socializing with the enemy than me. I'll speak up if I notice anything, though. Alright, so I'm going to hit R1. See where I'm at in terms of my stats. I think I'm still kindly. Still kindly. Okay. That's fine. I like the kindly ending. I just wanted to... I may have to go back and change some stuff later on. Oh gosh, it's now or never. I sighed once, looking over at my companion. I'm sure glad that I'm not going at this alone. I am nervous for sure, but I know what I have to do. I settled down on my crutches, armpits resting on the padding as I prepare to enter the belly of the beast.
Listen.
Hi, Iris Navi. How are you? Iris, kind of about to be in the middle of something here. I know, and I have spontaneously reprogrammed myself to include a new measurable metric, which should be useful for your mission. I call it the incredibly right indicator of success. Incredibly right, Iris, for short. And you got something with the R. Hey, when you have a great acronym already, you may as well use it. I'm going to start analyzing Sue's vocal patterns once you step in there and determine how close you are to convincing her. That way, you'll know if you're on the right track or if you need to try something different. Let's take a look at your current score. Currently, you have a 0.0 chance of success. Yay. Well, okay, that's probably a bit disheartening, but think of it like, if I walked away right now, I would fail miserably, instead of, I'm doomed. Speaking of doom, well, since there is a chance that you can actually fail this time, rather than be assured that you can mumble your way through the problem, would you like me to back up your data first? Yes. Yes, please do. Oh man, if I admit, I might mess this up. This is true. Taking a deep breath, I swing my way into the warehouse on my crutches with my companion beside me. I don't know what I expected to find on entering the lair of a notorious gang of cybercriminals, but a makeshift arcade that rivals my own was not on this list. If this is a dumping ground of a warehouse for Deco's industry, it makes sense, though, in a place where old arcades go to die, turned into a playland for punks. A disorganized maze of games litters the ground floor, poorly lit and very functional. Only some of the screens are on, and many have serious ghosting and burn-in. As for the ghost monsters themselves, the good news is they haven't noticed our arrival. As I look up, I can see them on the second floor in the catwalks. They seem distracted. That's good news. And the bad news is they're distracted because they have a visitor.
Unfortunate.
How unfortunate, I have to say, Sue, that I am extremely disappointed in you. It's hard to get a good angle from down here hidden in the shadows, but it sounds like the old man is ranting at his daughter in his usual passive-aggressive way. I could stay hidden and eavesdrop on their conversation, gather some information. Or I could announce myself and barge in on the room. Both are risky. Which makes the most sense for how I'm going to handle the negotiation that we're about to have, though. Eavesdrop and learn more. Again, try and gain the upper hand in terms of what's happening here. I motion for Ashley to stay quiet as we lurk in the shadows below the catwalks above. You should be out there doing what you agreed to do, not hiding away in your clubhouse. A clubhouse that I pay the rent for, I should add. You want to keep your little playground? Yes, hard for me to do if some competitor rises to hurt my bottom line. Look at me when I'm talking to you, Sue. I am trying to explain how the world works. Pay attention. Yes, Dad. It's hard to tell through this angle, but I could swear that she said that through gritted teeth. There is a certain forced tone to it as well. I don't ask for much, I feel. I look the other way when you and your friends cause trouble. I bail you out of jail. I let you skip school as often as you want. All told, I feel like I've been a lenient father who understands and appreciates his daughter's inclinations. Like you know the first fucking thing about me. What was that? Speak up, I can't hear you. And don't look at your little friends, look at me. Reluctantly, Sue's eyes meet with her father's. Yes, Dad, I'm sorry, Dad.
You understand. Yeah.
All I want from you is so very little. It's what you would be doing anyway, really. Go back there and keep causing trouble for ghosts and goblets. Or do you really want me to pull back all my support of your little gang, leave you twisting in the wind all the mercy of the Cybercrime Task Force? Of course not, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad. I think I'm starting to understand the situation here. She is under his thumb and not by choice, and she hates it. Good, now then, why haven't you finished the job?
Come on.
I almost fucking died thanks to that lovely chainsaw turf. If we go back there, I'm hearing excuses. I thought you were made of stronger stuff. Some delinquents are chasing you away. Really? How are you going to eventually inherit my empire if you can't stand up to some school brats? Like I want your damn empire.
Pay attention.
Speak up, I said. Quit looking at the floor. And we lock eyes to the metal grate flooring that she is standing on. Her hands go to her hips in an overly confident fashion as she bends over, like a child finding a lucky penny on the sidewalk. Well, 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 what do you know? She spotted us. Inky, Blinky, we have guests. She snaps her fingers, a sudden aura of command about her as she's distracted from the verbal beatdown by her father, and the goons swarm, flanking us. We are quickly hustled up the stairs, well, as quickly as I can manage on crutches. Now is the time to use this moment to my advantage, and I know just what to say. Deco, buddy, long time no see. It's been, what, hours? Interesting catching you here consorting with criminals. It's an odd welcome, Matt, but I'll take it. Your reckoning is at hand, Mr. Nummy. Deco, buddy, long time. It's been, what, hours? Interesting catching you here consorting with criminals. No, because that would kind of imply that she was kind of the criminal here. It's an odd welcome, Matt, but I'll take it. Deco, buddy, long time. I don't know, yeah. Shucks, I don't know how to do this. I don't want to do I'm not doing the gutsy. Well, I don't know, I don't know, I did tell Queen Bee that I was going to kind of go in a little bit guns blazing, but I don't really feel like this is the way to do it. Odd welcome, Matt, but I'll take it. That feels like the jokey one. Interesting catching you here consorting with criminals. Deco, buddy, long time. It's been, what, hours? How's tricks? Gosh, it's been so long. It feels like just this morning you were at my arcade threatening me, and now here we are. What a coincidence. Deco's face twists into a grotesque blend of anger and fear. What in the hell? I can't be seen here if any records end up online. Jeez, Dad, relax, relax. Clyde? On cue, Clyde steps out from the shadows, their fingers dancing over their phone as they concentrate on the screen. Both of them have phones. One has an iris assistant loaded. For blocking their outgoing data streams, there should be no verifiable data evidence of this conversation uploaded anywhere. I can't stop Augie's iris from hearing you, but I can hijack his account if you need me to, so we can manually wipe her memory. Just say the word. We'll see. Thanks, Clyde. Clyde nods in agreement, backing out of the spotlight. Happy now, Dad? You are clear. Quit freaking out.
As you like.
Not that it matters. My business with this Mr. Lobo is already concluded. I gave you a chance to escape the ruins of your tiny arcade, but you couldn't see a good thing when it was dangled right in front of you. I have nothing further to say. Actually, we're not here to talk to you. I came here to have a chat with... Wait for it. Your daughter. Timing is everything. How did you...
Well. You're a resourceful one.
Hey, Sue.
A squeaky clean arcade industry titan can't let anyone know about his hooligan daughter, can he? No. So I've had to keep that under wraps. Good work sleuthing it out.
Thanks, Sue. I appreciate that, but we still need to talk with you.
I was hoping I'd see you again. You run a great arcade. You treat me and my friends with respect, and you take a bullet from me. Class. That's a class operation there.
Cool.
I can be totes honest with you when I say I didn't want to ruin your arcade. It rocks. All that snazzy neon, all those great games, all that fun. I didn't want to trash your big moment, but, well...
She casts a sidelong glance at her father.
Didn't exactly have a choice, did I?
I didn't want to come back and cause you more trouble after that, so I stayed away, figuring that I had done what I had to do and I could leave it at that. But you didn't finish the job. The Ghost and Goblet still stands. Not that it matters, not that this little last-ditch effort to save it. I see your game, Mr. Lobo. It's as obvious as the sad little strategic moves that you've made so far to keep your arcade afloat. Sadly, nothing you say or do will save Ghosts and Goblets from my inevitable takeover. This is simply how the industry works. Now, Sue, it's time you finish what you started. I keep messing that up. She sells by the seashore. Sue shifts her attention from her father back to me. It's hard to read what she's thinking, but I have to think it's something to calm the tension. I step forward, my fists clenched readily. But before words escape me, someone is by my side. Ashley! Sue, pay no attention to that old fuddy-duddy. All your dad does is make everything messy, and that's no fun at all. Meanwhile, you look at yourself. You aren't anything like him. You're cool and hip and fun. And that's all you, girl.
Seriously?
Seriously? If you think you could come here...
think you could come here and convince my daughter to turn on me? You're sorely mistaken. Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. She knows I'm the one she can rely on at all times. Without me, what is she? Just a simple thief with simple friends.
You're definitely not winning that of the year. The ghost monsters exchange glances with each other, frowning and rolling their eyes, but they do not utter a word or move against Echo. They clearly want to pounce, but they hold themselves back.
I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. Oh, and I also put a roof over her head, feed her, and clothe her. I spare no expense. In other words, she knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice.
Well...
After all, Father knows best. Father knows all.
No.
And in the world of arcades, Dekonami knows and controls all. You can't stop that. You can't fight it. And you can't win.
Okay.
Sue, if you would kindly show our friend the exit, as forcefully as you like. Perhaps make a game of it. See if your buddies can wreck the other leg.
Wow. What is this, Bioshock? Seriously? Vindictive much? Do it. Fine, Inky Pinky bounce them both. With a flick of the wrist, Sue gestures for her buddies to make us into street pizza. This is it. This is the moment. I need to say something that will convince Sue to do the impossible, to flip on her control freak father. And it has to be something absolutely true to my core, to who I've become as a person. It's time for Augie Lobo to pull one more rabbit out of a hat. Super intense identity situation detected. Alright, let's see, what were the other options here? I came to battle and I challenge you to a pizza bagel eating contest! That would actually be kind of cool. You call yourself a gamer, prove it. One-on-one video game showdown. If that's your strategy, toss us out. Surely you can come up with something more clever than that. Oh, that would have been fun too. You're stronger than him, Sue. You don't need Deco. He needs you. I can help you see that. This feels wrong, Sue. I'm not talking about kicking us out or kicking us around. I'm talking about you taking orders from him. Sue, through our recent interactions, I've come to know you and your heart. You love arcades, but you're working for someone who loathes them while doing his dirty laundry. If you hear me out, I know I can help you see that too. You're stronger than Deco. You don't need him. He needs you. But if you'd rather just mash us into paste, well, I stand on one foot to make it a bit easier for her. Do as you wish. Are you done babbling yet?
Foolish fool.
Get this over with, Sue. I am done dealing with this fool. And yet Sue is holding up a hand to stop the two goons that she was about to sick on us. What are you waiting for, young lady? I said to get rid of them. It's just babbling, right? So who cares? Specifically, why do you care, Dad? Are you afraid that Augie will say something you don't want your dear daughter to hear?
Show. Not you.
Well, I want to hear this out, and if you don't want to hear it, nobody's keeping you here, old man. What? Shh, the adults are talking? Deco is visibly seething, but Sue is clearly taking the floor. Deco crosses his arms in defiance, but opts to let his daughter continue. Okay, Augie, you've got a temporary reprieve from my boys making you a Picasso. Say what you want to say, but if I'm not like super duper totally swayed by your amazing charisma, you are out the door. Possibly the window. Alright, here it is, my chance to convince Sue. I have to do this, and it's not just me. I have Ashley beside me, lifting me up. I look over at my love, my heart, and I smile. Deep breaths. Count to 10. Refocus myself. I slow my racing pulse, bringing this down to something more heartfelt, more personal. I have to connect with Sue. I have to empathize with her. This isn't just about convincing. I need to befriend her. And I need to lay bare the emotional truths in her heart. I glance at Iris on my phone screen, who simply shrugs. We're entering far more subtle territory. I can't rely on her to tell me what responses may or may not work. It's time to be the best I can on my own. I have 4 attempts to sway